Today I'm going to show you how to make a cute miniature Grinch ornament, and these are so easy and so cute. First thing you're going to need is find some Grinch green, and you'll have to go to the store because I don't know what this is called. I just call it Grinch green. I have this huge spool of this. It was wool, and as you can see, it's super fine. I bought it from this mill that makes this yarn for actually big looms to make fabric out of, but I got a fabulous deal a few years back, and so I'm still working on these great big spools of this, so I have to quadruple this up to make a thick enough strand. But I'm using the inner circle, as I often do in many of my project videos, of a Studio 12 flower loom, and it measures 2 inches in diameter. You could use a larger 3.5-inch diameter loom. That would work fine, but just remember, the larger your loom, the bigger your finished product will be. So we are making just a tube, no cuff, and I loom knitted for approximately 4 inches. It could be less, more, it doesn't really matter there. And I am going to take this off the loom. I often get asked about my needles. I buy them in the upholstery section. This one is probably, I don't know, 20 years old. They're long, they're still, you can't snap them like those plastic ones that come in most of the loom sets. I hate those needles. They just snap and break and bend. These last forever, and they're long and they're pointy, so they really help get things off the loom quickly. So I'm just going to take my green tube off of the loom, and I'm going to cinch it up. I'm going to do a couple stitches to secure the cinching. Then I'm going to poke that needle up through the center and bring this needle all the way up here, because we're going to use the rest of this green yarn that we left. Need some stuffing, like fiberfill, and I'm just going to like loosely pack it so it's squishy like a stuffed animal, plush like a plushie. Then I'm going to go around the bottom, and I'm going to, just like we did at the top, I'm going to do a purse string stitch, and we're going to cinch it up. Cinch that up, do the same thing we did at the bottom. I'm going to do a couple stitches to secure it. Alright, here's where working with the finer yarn, it doesn't matter. If you have thicker yarn, that's fine too. Whichever way, we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to go down, and I want to do, this is going to be the top of the Grinch's head where he has like the sort of wispy hairs. So I'm just going to do some loops is what I'm doing. I'm trying to make sure they're about the same, so I'm using my finger to make sure they're about the same. And I'm going to do a couple of stitches to secure those loops. And I'm going to go around, I want to just make sure I stitch them down there. On the loops, see I have the loops, I'm just going to go cut them. I'm going to trim them. Now, again, using the same green thread, I'm going to tie off a section. It was about not quite 2 inches for his head, 1.5 inches maybe. Squish him down a little bit there. Alright, for the eyes, you can either use black yarn, or you can buy the little buttons, that little button, Walmart. These are black 7mm 1/4 inch. They're just little plastic black round buttons. They're shank buttons, and they are intended for little, I mean, you can use them for a button, but the eyes, noses on stuffed animals. So I'm going to use one of the buttons, just pick what side you want to be his face here. I'm going to do that for his nose, and I'm going to use the black, just black yarn to do his eyes here. And once you get, you can use black yarn if you want for the nose. So under the mouth we want to do a line, sort of like if you're drawing a cat's mouth. Line on there, and then that's what little mouth thing, and then I'm going to go up here and I'm going to do the eyes. Charm. There we go. Oh, let's see. Well, I got a little weird, and I'm going to poke that in there. Okay, we've got some eyes. And then I just have this scrap. You can use red felt. You could use, I have this scrap of red ribbon that came on something, candy or something. I'm always saving ribbon. I don't throw any ribbon away. I'm going to tie it on like a scarf here. Cutting them even. And then I'm going to cut fringe. I would have preferred to use felt, but I didn't have any soft red felt. All my red felt was stiff. Grinchy dude with the scarf. If you didn't like the scarf, super easy to make, and you can put a tassel. You can buy these gold tassels in the craft store. They're just gold metallic cord. You could put a hook in them. You could do another loop of green yarn if you wanted to. But he's cute, he's easy, and would look really cute on gifts or on the tree. So I hope you enjoyed the little Grinchy guy that we made here for Christmas tree ornament. And it's super easy. Make a bunch of these. Easy to teach a kid too. So I hope you enjoyed this. Well, y'all stay warm out there, and we'll talk to you soon.